也要抢进去，真的假的？会不会？我没有，哪有这种事情？他的太瓜的哪里是？
Then we can go to the morning. Few things, ladies and gentlemen. All the menu, all the ingredients. There is some folks which are salt-free, I mean low sodium, sugar-free, so on, so on. Folks, all the things, all the...
To be very, very fast, it's your cabin. Our housekeeping department is coming to your cabin to do the service for you in the morning. They will put the bed up, they will clean it up and everything. And they're also coming in the evening again to do the service.
And well, it is still not completed, I must tell you, but today we will use the opportunity to introduce ourselves. It was one of those messy days in the air. We are still missing a few passengers, as there were some storms in the Midwest, so we even had a plane evacuated, so big mess going on. Also, still a couple of pieces of luggage missing, although we received a lot yesterday evening. Well, we are trying our very best. In a minute, we introduce ourselves to you, and then we give you some useful information about the optional tours, etc. So, we'll start with our lady, Kati.
Well, everybody, a very good morning. My name is Kati Huiskens, and I'm from Belgium. Actually, this tour is going to my hometown. It's Antwerp, so we will end over there. Unfortunately, I'm not living anymore in Antwerp. I live now in St. Vith, what is actually in the south of Belgium. Maybe some of you are familiar with that. It's very close by where, unfortunately, the Battle of the Bulge took place. So that's actually the area where I live. Well, I have a boyfriend already, that's already something, but he didn't ask me so far, so not married yet. And no kids, we're still practicing, so that's a little bit the general thing about my private life. I don't want to go more in detail. For this, well, ladies and gentlemen, really looking forward, of course, to this wonderful tour, and more information about us and myself will come along the tour. Have a great tour, thank you very much.
Thank you, Kati. Yes, and my name is Lutz Hagen. A few people already know me, my mountain people from the pre-trip, yes. And yeah, my name is Lutz Hagen. I represent Germany here in our team. I'm from Cologne, Germany. I'm 33 years old, yeah, and from my professional training, I'm a translator for English and Chinese. And that's also where I started, taking Chinese groups all over Europe. That was very nice, yeah. And yeah. I would just say we will get to know each other more in detail, and of course then I will also take over a yellow group. Okay, thank you.
I tell you about myself. I was born in Salzburg, and after living abroad for a while, now my home for the moment, let's put it this way, is Vienna, and my field of interest always was and still is history. I studied history at the University of Vienna, and I finished with my PhD at King's College in London, and this is still the field that I work in most of the time around the year. Only maybe 3 or 4 times a year I follow the call of Ground Circle Travel to guide some of these river cruises, and the rest of the time I spend mostly in my archives working for a historic research institute based in Vienna, so I always thoroughly enjoy being out of together with these weird historians and meeting some real people here. And also I must tell you that the next 2 weeks that we have ahead of us, although I'm working for Ground Circle Travel already 10 years, I'm still fascinated, although I have probably been up and down here for 100 times. It is still always, I think, an extremely enjoyable way of traveling. For those of you that never have been on a river cruise, you will see once we start sailing. And also, from the historic and cultural point of view, the next 2 weeks are extremely intense and interesting. I don't know another region in the world that could probably offer you such a variety of culture and history and everyday life still active as we will be seeing. And it is in fact our goal to make this next 2 weeks as smoothly running and as enjoyable as our program is designed in such a way that it gives you the biggest possible choice to tailor your own groups on board. As I said, only for the purpose of land excursions, blue, yellow and red. And as we said, this is only an organizational measure because when we go on shore, this whole group that you can see here of 140 people would be two.
As you can see, this is not really a path, yeah? It's really the stones, it's really the rock of the Magdeburg Castle. And what's going to happen there is we're going to drive up quite a bit with the bus, but from there on.
Castle, all sizes, all forms. So we have here another additional tour about a splendor, a gorgeous palace, Augustusburg Palace. Just have a look at this. Are there any hunters here?
For your orientation, you can see very simple.
St. Johannsplatz station. Bikini. Ja, we gaan.
Marketplace, yeah.
Marketplace.
Here's the blue flag down here.
And sooner or later they will come by the same place where you hopped on. And like that, you can see Basel anyway. But we move out of the way from here. This church that you can see there and the monastery right next to it, not in function anymore, both of them. But those used to be the Franciscan monastery. And when it was established in the 13th century, that's where the they are, well, building off, they just had a beach volleyball tournament right here. They are just getting rid of the audience seat. And in the church, by the way, in the old